62 kids like me enter a CMN hospital every minute.
My name is Sean Gorey. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, and I want to change kids' health in University Hospital's Rainbow Babies and Children's because I was treated there as a kid, and this is my way of giving back.
Kids can't wait.
To change kids' health means to fundraise by playing video games or tabletop games for these kids that are like not having the best time of their lives right now. They're having to fight scary diseases, scary illnesses, some of them more rare than others, and we just do everything we can to help fundraise.
What's up, Extra Life? I'm so inspired to hear about all you're doing to help sick and injured kids treated in your local community, and the fact that you guys are playing games to help these kids is it's amazing on many levels. It's fun, but it's also making such a huge impact. So congrats on the millions of dollars raised today, and good luck with the rest of game day. And break a leg. Do you say break a leg when you're playing games? Probably not. That's more of an actor thing. Okay, just have fun.
My name's Eric Sears. I live in Ottawa and I'm treated at CHIA for type 1 diabetes. My favorite part of my children's hospital is the doctors, nurses, and educators. When I show up to my checkups, I get high fives and hugs, and they're so supportive. They're just awesome. Did you know that 62 kids like me enter a CMN hospital every minute? That's a lot of kids that need help. Join Extra Life to help kids like me.
My name is Defy, and I'm from the East Coast of Canada, and I want to change kids' health at the IWK Children's Hospital because as a father myself, I know they're always going to be there for me if and when I need them.
Million kids like me enter a CMN hospital every year. For me, I entered my children's hospital when I was 9 years old for my miracle story. Happy to report that my health is on the up, and it's all because of gamers like you.
My name is Tara. I stream on Twitch, and I did Extra Life last year, and I raised $5,000 for Children's Hospital of Omaha. I wanted to raise it for people that couldn't afford to go there, because I know not everybody can afford to go to a hospital, especially if something comes up like randomly.
So my why to help kids' health at KU Pediatrics is because of my cousin Teague. She has been battling cancer for a few years now, and she's 6, and I just can't wait till she becomes this amazing, incredible individual as an adult and has gone through that thanks to the support of people like you.
What are you doing?
Cleaning my glasses. Mom, go get my toys. What's that going on the block in the hallway? That's your shade one. He even has like a big wave in his hair.
I know. You are so freaking silly, dude.
To the Extra Life community, thank you so much for helping kids like me treated at the IWK Health Center and TMN hospitals.
What the what? That's for you. Woohoo! Bang, 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 bang. No way. Oh, here we go. What's up, everybody? Bad Gamer popping back in. You can't hear me, can you? You can't hear me, can you? 1 second. Oh, man. I don't know what's going on. Check, check. Oh, my goodness. We just had this working. Why? All right. Oh, you can hear me? Oh, good. Oh, good. Okay. It wasn't popping up. All right, you guys. I am going to bring to the table this. Okay, here's the deal. I've got a co-host for this one. There was no way he was going to pass this up. And you know him and you love him from the Gametography show. Arkham Lover 14, Benny boy, how's it going?
Hello. I figured out Discord.
What's that? You figured out Discord?
I figured out Discord. We made it.
I'm so proud of you. Oh my gosh. Eline Media! Yeah! Oh my gosh. You know why Eline Media is here? Because we have the community manager from the Beyond Blue crew, is what I'm calling him anyway. And side note, this guy is a rock and roll star. Batcat, are you here? Can you hear us?
Here.
Hey!
How is that? Hello.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited because I've got Arkham Lover and Batcat.
And you're Bat Gamer Elite, right?
Change your channel name right now. You're not Batcat Elite.
Oh my goodness, you guys. And I am not going to let you slip by there, sir, with the Eline Media follow. You get yourself a follow song.
Oh, all right.
On the air, let's go.
Okay. Look at that, it's Eline Media. I better look him up on Wikipedia. Thank you for following us today. There's Arkham Lover and the Batcat. I think my name isn't like that. Oh, I sing anyway. Thank you for following and being on the show. I want to talk about Beyond Blue, you know. So thank you for being here. Everybody give them a cheer. It's the Batcat Eline Media. It's the Beyond Blue crew. you go.
That was
Hey!
beautiful. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, yes. Give all the follows to Arkham Lover. I love it. Thank you so much, Paul, for shouting that out. Guys, we are here to talk about an amazing game that I found out. I knew about this game, but I thought this is too chill for me. I can't play this game. If you know anything about me, I'm a little chaotic, just a little bit. That was beautiful. Both guests straight up lying to Lev's face. You shut it, Placencia.
I've never known Ed to tell a lie.
Oh, I hate you so much.
He's too handsome and amazing too.
I mean, this is true. Ed is so very handsome and amazing, and that's why I'm jealous, and I tell him to get out all the time because he's.
It's true. Same.
So it's jealousy. I won't lie. It's jealousy. But no, I was playing. I started playing this game, and I was like, who knew I would be into this? I was like, all right, so I started playing it, and then I looked up information on Steam, and it said, and this is ages ago because I'm late to the game all the time. Photo mode has been released. And this is how long ago, sir?
Photo mode was October 2020.
How late is the Lem?
Welcome to the party.
2 freaking years! Oh my gosh. Hey, Shinx, good to see you, sis. I said, I'm going to play around in this game. And holy crack monkeys. Guys, this game is absolutely gorgeous. It's beautiful. And I chatted with them. I said, hey, I threw it out there. I shot my shot. Would you like to join us for Extra Life? We're raising money for Children's Wisconsin. That's the children's hospital here. And the answer was, I'll check.
Wasn't expecting that one.
Right? I honestly, we weren't. I went back to the team. I was like, guys, guess what? The Beyond Blue crew said they would check to see if anybody's interested.
How much did you pay them? How much did you pay them?
Not enough yet.
We don't talk about that.
Did we lose the budget?
Did we lose the budget of 0? Yes, we did. So
You Beyond Blue through the whole budget.
I'm
sorry. There's going to be a lot of dad jokes in this conversation. I'm just apologizing in advance. Possibly some aquatic puns. You know,
never
we'll see.
Apologize. You will fit in here perfectly, sir. Okay, so why don't you introduce yourself, tell people what you do, and then we'll start talking about the game and such.
Yeah, sure. So I'm Eric, aka Batcat, the community and marketing dude at Eline Media, makers of Beyond Blue, and before that, Never Alone. Yeah, so in the before times, I was at all the conventions. So if anyone came to any of the PAXs in probably 2018 to 2019, before everything shut down.
Oh, what happened? What happened in 2020? Did you
paths.
not go to 2020? No.
Yeah, drawing a blank. But yeah, that's me. If you're talking to us on social media, that's me. So yeah, and I should say it's exciting just to see this much enthusiasm for not just our game, but for photo mode in general, just because at all of those conventions, all the shows, and every player we talked to, the number one most requested thing was, you guys need photo mode. And so it was something we were really excited to work on, and something I was personally very passionate about. So it was exciting to bring that to life, and then of course see all the amazing creations that we never could have even imagined to kind of come out of it.
So tell us a little bit about what I know why I wanted to be photo mode. I wanted there to be a photo mode in this game. When I first saw it, I was like, oh, that would be great for a photo mode. But why? What was the reasoning? Because there's resources that need to be put into this.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I know that not every publisher has Microsoft money.
What?
Right?
Is that something they just give you when you start a studio? They don't just hand you a small loan of $5 million and send you off on your way?
Yeah, that's a thing. I don't think that's a thing.
So first, let me acknowledge and thank you for acknowledging that resource constraints are a real thing that, you know, people don't always necessarily understand when it comes to making games and bringing that to life. So appreciate that. The thought process was really to kind of create an opportunity for, you know, people to kind of take the experience that they have in the game and really, you know, bring it to life on their own. We spent a lot of time, you know, bringing the creatures and the environments to life, you know, with working alongside scientists and, you know, I mean, we worked with the BBC to develop this game. And
That's
so,
awesome.
You know, looking at their footage and just really trying to understand like the nuance of, you know, of our ocean. And, you know, you experience the game, but what better way to really dig in and kind of see the detail and the, you know, make it your own, I guess, to, you know, give players the tool to kind of take photos and really, you know, see it in their own way, I guess, is the best way I could describe it.
So when you guys thought about, okay, let's put a photo mode in this game because people are requesting it, what were you hoping to see from it?
I mean, with my marketing hat on, it's like it's a great way for people to talk about the game, you know, to their communities and their audiences and things. So
yeah,
that was a really exciting thing. But honestly, just it's always exciting to see, you know, by the time the game came out, we've been working on it for a few years, and so you've seen it kind of in your own way. This was a great way to really let people share how they're seeing it and the things that they're, you know, really drawn to. So it was, you know, it was exciting just to kind of see it from the other perspective. It's a way to kind of get real feedback, you know, from the community, from the players, to, you know, what did they like about it? What really kind of grabbed their attention?
Yeah, that's fantastic. Like, I know that when I was playing it, like, there were people that came into the stream and they, like, there's a couple of folks, like our friend Innocent Cannibal, and Disney Pix Chick, they have a fear of open water and deep, and they, like, this was their horror game. I hate horror games, but this was their horror game.
Yeah.
Like they'd play Dead by Daylight or any of the what do you call it, anthologies, Dark Pictures anthologies without a second look. This was their horror game. But for me, I was able to play this game for them and with them in chat, and for them to understand that while, yeah, in real life I can understand that, but this gives them a look at some of the creatures, some of the environment, some of those quote unquote biomes, as we say in the gaming, that they might try to avoid otherwise, and see the beauty in it and see why it needs to be preserved.
Yep.
Have you seen any influx of questions about the undersea world on your side, or the people that you worked with? Have they seen, because of the game and because of the photos that people are taking?
We have. I mean, ultimately, I should back up. In the intro, I should have mentioned a big part of what we do as a company is, you know, we call ourselves a double bottom line company, but what that basically means is impact is a big part of our goal and kind of trying to make a difference, which is why, you know, we made this game about getting people to care about the environment and be engaged. And so, you know, it's exciting to hear you say that. And we definitely saw an uptick of questions. We saw, you know, creators running streams that were like donations based around, you know, like to ocean charities. We had people adopt whales. You know, it has been honestly very humbling and exciting to kind of see the response in that way, to see people taking, you know, what they've experienced in the game and saying, this makes me want to go and do something and actually care more about the ocean. You know, I mean, even myself included, it's been amazing. Like, I grew up near the ocean, but I didn't really kind commit the amount of time. Probably it's like I feel like I care so much more about it just by learning this much about it, and it's just been amazing to see.
Right. See, oh, there's Cannibal right there. The ocean is a no. Hey, Cannibal, welcome back. we were talking about you. We said that that open ocean is definitely a fear of you and Disney Pix Chick. And this gave us the opportunity to experience it together. Because I know that when and if I get to come and visit you, we're not going to the ocean.
I think the back of the box quote was actually "the ocean is a yes," so it kind of flies directly in the face of that.
The ocean goes yes.
I'm not near the ocean. Yep.
Clearly.
Ben, before I just monopolize all Eric's time here, did you have anything that you wanted to add or questions you wanted to ask or anything like that? Because I'll keep going.
I mean, I know. That's why I was kind of just letting you just take the stream of consciousness and run with it. Because we each are stirring one brain cell. So I was like, his turn with the brain cell, then we'll give it to Batcat, and then we'll give it to me, and we'll give it back to Batcat. But, so I think you kind of answered one of my questions I already had about where some of the inspirations for this game came from with, it says Blue Planet 2 as you load in the game, and it also goes on to just, it feels very like you're playing Blue Planet 2.
Yes!
And I sure have David Attenborough in my head, narrating what I'm doing. And so I was just wondering if that was like the intended feel, and where you guys kind of pull from in general for your games, because looking at your previous games, like it's a very different vibe than what we have going on here, at least aesthetically.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was just curious on how you guys decided where you pull your inspiration from as a team.
Sure. So we operate with what we call inclusive development. And what that basically means is we work alongside experts or otherwise, members of a community to develop. So, we make the game, but we're telling their story essentially. And so with our last game, Never Alone, from back in 2014, we made that with the Inupiat community up in Alaska to tell one of their oldest stories. And so, we like to say we didn't make a game about them, we made a game with them. And that was a very similar approach to how we did this with Beyond Blue. The BBC approached us after they saw Never Alone and said, hey, we've got Blue Planet 2 coming up. Would you be interested in making a game inspired, kind of by the ocean, by the documentary? You'd have access to all the footage, which is what we did. So as you play through the game, you unlock little mini documentaries that I was fortunate enough to co-direct. We're a small team, so it's been great to go beyond just doing community things and helping with the actual development in some areas like that.
Nice.
And we took footage, we sat down, we got to sit down with Sylvia Earle and some other amazing scientists, Mandy Joy, David Gruber. These are some of the preeminent ocean experts. And so not just sitting down and interviewing them for these documentaries, but talking to them and hearing their perspectives and shaping the story of the game and kind of the experience, which if you play it, you may notice that there's a big human element to the story too. So it's not just about, hey, this is our ocean and it's, it's beautiful and there's some high stakes on the table. It's also about kind of the human side of it, of what it's like to be on these research missions for months at a time away from families, the kind of personal relationships and other things that kind of come into play. So we come in with the idea of, yes, we'll be inspired by by this documentary, but it really emerged from those conversations of how that kind of really shaped the story. One thing in particular that also came out of those conversations was that scientists really jam on music when they're kind of taking their real long trips in the sub down to the bottom of the ocean. And so,
I get
David
it.
in particular. Oh, right? I know, it makes sense, but it would not have occurred to us. And David told us he was a big fan of Miles Davis, and so there's Miles Davis in the soundtrack in the game that you unlock as you play, and like this.
All right.
But this is all based on those conversations that we've had with these scientists. It's the reality of it.
I was so excited when I heard Miles Davis. Paul has a question. Actually, first of all, I want to read Cannibal's statement. Said that's an amazing idea, not making a game about a culture, but with the culture instead. And I played Never Alone, and I learned so much. As a matter of fact, I played enough to where I stopped playing the game and started just watching the documentary pieces.
Love it.
It's so good. Paul asks, is there any improvements in the game that you would have liked to see, or maybe even in the future make any changes?
That's a good question. I mean, I'd probably want to include some more features and things. Like, as you mentioned, there's always development constraints and things like that. So, I'd love to expand the palette of what you could do in the world and really, things. I would say probably some more features in that way would be great. But, we do have some new stuff coming on Apple Arcade, and then we'll be bringing it to other platforms in the future. So we've been kind of bringing in some other activities and things like that, some new dive suits that you can unlock.
Cool.
We even used a pun in the name of the dive-in theater, where you can just switch it on. It's like a little fish bowl where you can just kind of cruise around the environment passively and put it on your TV and just watch.
Really? Okay, so will that be a PC thing? Can you get that on your consoles? Or is it just going to be like an Apple TV
It's
thing?
going to be it's going to be coming. It's starting on Apple, but we're bringing it to other platforms.
Oh, that's so good. Guys, get ready for your Ocean stream where all we do is I set it and forget it and we just chill together.
Man, I can't wait. That sounds great.
All right. Ed asks, was there a specific song or artist that you listened to a lot while working on the game to help you get into the headspace of the tone you were going for?
That's another good question. I think the song from the soundtrack that really stood out to me is the Maisy Rika song Tangaroa. Like, it's just an incredible song out of New Zealand, and it's a Maori song, and it's incredible. Just a beautiful song, kind of serene, kind of about the ocean. And then I would say the one that got me hyped the most is the Withoni Drummer Queen song. That song is like such a banger.
I have such a short memory.
Susie Rika, I think is the name. Yeah. Oh, it's so good. Anyway, so those would probably be the two entirely different moods, but
yeah, absolutely. Oh my gosh. Hey, Bound Until Death is here. Welcome, Bound Until Death. We are speaking with the community manager, Batcat, from Eli Media about Beyond Blue. While we raise money for Extra Life, guys, remember we're doing this 24-hour stream. 24 hours, you guys. For Children's Wisconsin.
25.
It's technically 25 hours.
Hey, you wanted to do it on hard mode this weekend.
I love it. This is my second bit of caffeine.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
Fair enough.
We don't do things easy. That's too easy.
Yeah. That's why we put in all the technical difficulties. You think we just don't know what we're doing.
That's also true.
We actually put those in on purpose for all of your entertainment value.
So otherwise, it'd be too smooth.
Yeah.
And, people would be like, what are we going to laugh at him for? Or things like that. So, here we are.
All right. Hour 16 is photo mode where Lem falls asleep and we all take screenshots. Get out, Placencia.
Hour 16, I'm coming in and I'm just hitting him with all the sound alarms.
Oh man. So for those of us that want to continue to see, these photo modes in your, in games like Beyond Blue that are about making an impact outside of just the gaming world, what can we do in photo mode or in the game to continue to help?
I mean, to be totally honest, keep doing what you're doing, because the photos that have been created are effing beautiful. Confession. Previously, prior to launching this photo mode, I was not aware of the sheer magnitude and just scale and talent of the photo mode and virtual photography community.
Yeah.
That was not on my radar, and it has. I think I said it before, but it has literally been mind-blowing that, just the sheer talent and what can be coaxed out of these games using these tools that, it's like we create them one way and they just take on a whole life of their own.
Oh,
and so, I mean, these photos end up in internal presentations and things it's
Oh,
like,
do they
look,
really?
Look at
Oh,
this.
that's
Oh yeah.
awesome.
Oh, of course. No, it's, this is, like I said, it's a marketing rocket ship to show off all the cool stuff that we've made. It's what better way to show it off, truly.
Yeah.
And so, I know it probably feels like a non-answer, but doing what you all are doing and continuing to push the boundaries with these tools and show them off. If a game that you like doesn't have a photo mode and you feel like it should, ask them, tell them.
Yeah.
It was something I had enjoyed photo mode in plenty of games, and I remember thinking it would be pretty cool in this game, but by saying no, hundreds of people at conventions have asked us about this.
Yeah.
It gives us, on the development side, ammunition to say this is important. We should prioritize this, and the results kind of speak for themselves.
Yeah.
But it's lobby for it. Ask. Shoot your shot.
I have over here a prize that I won from one of the photo mode contests from you guys. It's one of the acrylic see-through. I don't remember what it's called, but it's beautiful.
Thank you.
Now,
and congrats.
Oh,
you that's the thing. You showed up late to the party and you just cleaned up, won a contest, and you're like, all right,
Here's the thing you might not know about me. I usually don't enter contests because I'm not nearly as confident in my work as I should be. According to my friends here, I should be more confident in what I'm doing.
Yes, good.
And I just was wondering, how is that something that you will continue to do so the rest of the community can try to get this piece and then also give you guys pieces to do?
Definitely. When we do release the the new content, I think we'll probably revive and have another photo contest, especially when it comes to PC, just because that's where we've definitely seen the best shots coming in from. We'd love to bring it back and do it again.
Do you have I know that there are some contests that have concerns about, and we've talked about this with two, well, now this is the third, but two other of our guests, with folks doing what I'm doing here. I do just minor tweaks in the image because it doesn't look exactly like I want it to. Is that a concern? Or are you looking at, hey, what can you do with whatever you got?
Personally, I look at it at what can you do? We created tools, to the best of our ability and what we could do at the time, but there's of course always more that you can do. I think it's awesome, to flex the full creative potential and whatever you can make happen. I mean, I think when it gets to the point of being transformative and not representing what's happening in the game, you get a little squirrely. But
Yeah.
what you're talking about is like, yeah, do it. It looks great.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I'm under the water taking photos. I'm going to bring my photos back on land. It's too dark. I'm going to lighten it up a little bit. And that's how I look at it. Like, it's when I'm doing a photo mode piece from anybody's game, it's I was there with a camera and I shot this shot. Now I'm just taking it into the development stages.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, and I guess to flip that around, now I'm gonna interview you. What features do you like most in photo modes? That either you don't see, like if, looking to the future, like what are not common features that you think might be cool, or do you find just being able to set up the shot and the actual in-game tools are not as crucial, and you prefer to kind of do your own fine-tuning outside another tool?
Chris said two things. Firstly, it's enhance versus edit. And then secondly, he said, where do we start?
Uh-oh. Am I going to regret this? Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so time of day is definitely a thing for us.
Yep.
Absolutely. Bound Until Dusk says No Man's Sky, they have a time of day, and there are a lot of games that have a time of day. I would say that really, like in this case with this octopus.
That is the octopus.
Yeah. Like I'm so deep underwater that realistically I'd be using a light anyway.
I was gonna say, what if I told you it's always night?
Yeah.
In that part of the ocean.
Like I'm not worried about
the day is irrelevant.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. But like with a shot like this where I'm close enough to the surface, let me see if I can get this up on screen. Where I'm close enough to the surface, I would love to be able to turn this into sunset colors.
Yep.
Oh
yeah.
So that might be, me personally. Like I will take this color here and change the hue. Like maybe turn that more purpley if I can. It's a bit much, but I'm able to do it.
Yep.
Turn the saturation down a little bit so it's not. But yeah, so I would that time of day there.
Yeah, I like how they did it in Ghost of Tsushima.
Yes.
That was with weather and all sorts of crazy stuff.
Yeah. I absolutely. We talked earlier with Shinobi Space, who helped develop the photo mode for Deathloop. And the distance you can pull back. Yeah, and Mortar Shell, but in this this instance we were talking about Deathloop where it was how far back can we go? What's the distance from the subject? And sometimes that's pretty limiting. I absolutely. What's that?
So usually it's never quite
enough.
enough.
It's usually not quite enough, even if it's a lot.
Bit
sometimes it's
just
just a little bit more. I would say I like traditional camera controls. Focal length or field of view, which is still focal length. Aperture, but I would say get aperture right. And instead of just blurring everything depending on it's really a distance type deal thing of how much is blurred when using aperture. And then I don't know if in games if it's gamma or not, but changing the ISO.
Okay.
Brightness and contrast, but changing the ISO. So
like real deep camera controls, basically, right?
Yeah. I would say the closest
that would map to like an actual
Yeah.
Real like proper camera.
Paul, next time this gets released, it's gonna say photo mode inspired by Bad Gamer Elite. Freaking Paul.
Pretty much.
But yeah, I played once through. I haven't, and when you mentioned changing the suits, I was like, wait, you can change suits?
You can change suits.
In the activities. So when you can play them, they're in a separate, it's like you can do some relays and there's some kind of a little more actiony activities that you can do, and when you complete them, you'll love this. They're called sand dollars that you and you use them to unlock your suits. That's true, 100% true.
You gotta pay with your sand
Nice.
to get the sand items.
Take them, go to the dive shop with your sand dollars, and unlock. There is a Never Alone suit too, which is pretty cool.
Is there really?
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
Y'all remember that tweet I said, am I done? And I said no.
Oh.
I wasn't done, and now I'm really not done. Chris says camera rage, custom lights. Oh yeah, custom lights would be good. So
Custom lighting's always, yeah.
not just what I'm, beaming out of my suit, but lights around me
in the scene.
Yeah, the time, like the time of day here, like in the shot that I'm showing right now on screen, time of day here with those custom, like a 3-point lighting system. Oh, oh my gosh, that would be so good. And I don't know if the main character here was a free diver at one point, right?
Yep.
Like maybe being able to take the helmet off in some, not the super deep areas, but like keep it realistic. Where 30 feet down, she knows how to free dive 30 feet down. Being able to take the helmet off. Maybe custom divers. I want the diver to look like me. I want to look like I am under. No, even better. I want to make my diver look like Innocent Cannibal swimming next to a shark. Or Ed. I want to make Ed swimming next to a shark, make a 20 by 30 poster of it, and send it to him for Christmas. That's what I want to do. He says, hush. Ed does not like sharks.
I'm gathering that, yeah.
Wow. What? That was one of his favorites. He might not like his Christmas present then.
Posing. Yeah, posing would be good. Ed asks, is there a filter you can add where it looks like Lem doing well in a game? Or dude, he's too far out for that tech?
No, like that's just
shut it, Placencia. Ed is one of my favorite people on the planet. For anybody that's popping in that does not know the relationship Ed and I have, Ed is like my much older brother. And we give each other some ribbon, and I love him a lot. Take inspiration from that one tribe that free dives with rocks and weights. Sir. This is some spicy chat. Yeah, so I definitely some of that. Now, good Lord, I'm sorry. I'm just amazed now that, like, what else did I miss in this game? I didn't know about the suits. I knew about the music. Like, can you buy the soundtrack to this?
Yeah, on vinyl.
Ooh.
You can buy the what?
Ooh.
Okay. I don't have a vinyl player. My daughter does, but she lives in Alaska. I'm looking at
now.
I might have to. Let's take a look in the Steam shop.
I'll send you a copy of the vinyl. Don't worry about that.
What? Ah! Sorry. All right.
It's on streaming in other stores, but yeah, we did a limited run of
It's like marbled blue vinyl. It's beautiful. With vinyl me, please.
Awesome.
So.
All right. Would you be able to make GIF/animated pics in photo mode, like shimmering light or ball? Oh yeah, that's what. That's what you were talking about a little bit with Ghost.
Mm-hmm. Like a cinematograph almost.
Yes,
kind of like,
yes, cinematograph.
Yeah, love that.
All right.
Oh yeah, no, it's not on Steam, but
yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, Steam. Do a thing.
I've got a small request that I don't know if I've ever seen in another game, and I don't know how logistically you'd make it work. But the ability to like shift my pose like a few seconds back or forward, like in time. So like if if I was swimming, I can like rewind that frame a little bit, or rewind and go forward a little bit, and like continuing that motion. Because like sometimes you activate photo mode and you're like, man, I'm just off.
Missed it
Yeah.
just by one.
So I
Yeah.
set up again for like 5-10 minutes, and we'll see if I can get it. But yeah, I don't know how logistically you'd make that work, or how much, like how feasible it actually is. But that's something I would like to personally see.
I'll definitely note that. I will say I do all the video capture for like our trailers and things like that, and
The
so
ones that
that
we're
is a
watching
tool
right
to.
now.
There it is. Thank you. So that's something I could repurpose too for what I'm doing as well, because there's definitely some nudging or stuff.
Oh, like a replay
nothing
mode.
Quite like getting, nothing quite like getting that perfect shot, and then you're like, oh, but it was,
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, a replay mode would be great. Like not as in replaying the game, but replaying the scene and having the camera outside of it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's interesting. I like it.
Or like how Fortnite does it.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's how I actually do my photos in Fortnite. Is I do the replay mode, but this would be so cool. You get so many different angles and following along with it. Yeah.
So like rewind the scene with an unbound camera, basically.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Oh, that's so good. Hey, you did a good job capturing this.
Thank you.
I like. All right. More questions. It's the Bahau tribe. Cannibal sent the pictures.
Oh, okay.
I mean, she
Cool.
sent me a link, probably to me in Discord. I can send those to you too.
Yeah.
Is photo mode generally a fairly easy to add to a game?
Good question. I wish I was more technical in some of these areas. I mean, here's what I would say. It's not trivial, but I think it reuses a lot of the systems that are already in place, like lighting and things. I mean, some of these features, like the colors and the tint, a lot of those are gonna created separately.
Yeah.
I will also add that platforms like Switch and mobile don't have post-processing, which is a huge requirement for being able to do all the real fancy stuff like motion blur and like focal length and things like that. So there's definitely some tech constraints on a platform level beyond just the game itself, but it is definitely a lift, and it took some time and kind of some thoughtful planning all the way down to how does the UI work, and there's a lot that goes into it, I guess.
This shot right here. I don't know who shot that one, but
with the light over the green. Yeah, that was our video editor from my team that shot that one. I love that one.
That is amazing. Nice. I love that.
She's a photographer, so not surprising.
Yeah.
Not surprising, but still amazing.
Not a coincidence that I asked, "Hey, can I have some photos?"
You pretty photos.
Oh my goodness, that's so good, you guys. What if you could? Oh, yeah, go ahead. No, you go.
No, you go.
No, sir.
All right. Mine was going to be a little bit more about just the development side of this game. What was one thing that you wanted to be in this game that didn't quite make it through? And then what was one thing that is in the game that you haven't seen anybody talk about yet, but feel like it should be out there?
That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, honestly, photo mode was the thing that I really was championing for this game, to be totally honest. And so, it came as an update in October. The game launched in June, so that was, I guess that kind of answers that question. That was one that I really pushed for. Something in the game that people may not have noticed. Apparently the dive suits. No,
Ouch!
We put some little Easter eggs in the sub. There's some things in there that you can look around and see that are pretty fun. We enjoyed making those. And that's where I'll leave it. You can peek around and see. There's some cool features in there.
All right.
Are there images that you'd probably like to see more of? Like, you're like, oh, we always get the orca pictures. We always get the hammerhead pictures. There's no way we don't get the humpback whale pictures. Like, are you like, man, we need more spider crab?
I don't get tired of any of them, to be honest. But there's definitely some moments. Like the bait ball is a big moment. Like,
yes,
you just scroll past it there. Like the bait ball, the humpback whales dancing. There's definitely some big, I guess big cinematic moments and things that we definitely see more of. Hey, that's the one you submitted for the contest. That's the big winner right there.
Yeah, this guy right here. Yeah.
Subtle flex.
I honestly, it's not, because I totally forgot what it is. I just know how much I love the game. I was like, I like this one, and I remember submitting an orca as well. That was the one I remember. I was trying to go back onto the bait ball. There we go.
But yeah, I mean, there's all sorts of different, and again, there's definitely some popular ones that we see regularly, but then there's some ones it's exciting to see what people kind of take away from some of the shots, like some of the perspective, like that one, that's beautiful, the god rays coming down, and just, yeah, I would say it's more like some of the angles and some of the composition, less about like the creatures. It's more like, wow, I didn't even think to compose a shot like that.
That the one with that your editor did. That was me. I was like, I didn't even think of that. That's so good. Oh man.
And so I guess another question I have is, are you guys into full development in your next game, or are you working on like next gen versions of your previous games, or is it a mix of both?
I mean, we're in development on Never Alone 2, which is really exciting. So
really,
we announced that earlier this year, and so that one's really exciting. And then, like I mentioned, some new content coming to Beyond Blue.
Okay.
But yeah.
Cannibal says, would you be willing to expand into lakes as well? There's a couple of really interesting ones.
That's really cool. I like that. I don't know if we've talked about lakes, but I mean, where there's water, right?
Yeah.
It's
Loch Ness Monster DLC. Don't worry, I'll give you that one for free.
Oh my gosh.
Perfect.
I just, I'm sorry. I blanked out for a second, just with all my Nessie pictures in my head. Just like,
everyone wants to see 4K Nessie. We all want it.
Yeah, if you say you don't, you're lying.
Exactly.
Here's a compromise. We'll add a Nessie toggle on the photo mode, so you can put Nessie as a blur in the background.
Nessie in the blur in the background.
You could change out it's a picture that changes the character model for the whales out with Nessie.
Yep, there you go.
So there's just a bunch of Nessies. There we go.
Yep. And then when you get close, you're like, oh, it's just a whale.
Yes. So it automatically, when we try to go chase it, you're like, oh, it's a whale.
Oh man.
Little did we know, Nessie is a megamorph, and it can turn into whatever. Make it a log, says Cannibal. Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. Force Focus! Missed out on most of the chat because I was out. Will it be available to rewatch later? Yes. Force Focus will have everything on VOD, and I will be uploading everything to our YouTube channel so that you can catch it there as well. By the way, if you guys don't know the Fourth Focus, one of our gaming journalist friends, we love Mick.
Mm-hmm. They probably know him though.
Yeah, I mean everybody. I mean, if you don't know the Fourth Focus, where have you been? Really? He's a big deal. Just Google him.
Just Google him.
He's working with that Just Google Me guy anyway, so.
It's a bad look on his character.
Oh man! All right. Is Lemmy? You have a question? I have a question. What did I miss? Oh, was it that?
What was your question?
Oh yeah. Would you be blah blah blah? Oh, it was that question. It was the Fourth Focus question. Gotcha. Thank you. Yeah, you asked me that question was like 8 thoughts ago, sir. I don't know.
That's why I was trying to get you to get yours done.
We got to get a replay function in your mind.
Man, if I had that, I would be invincible. Nothing could stop me. I would be able to just solve all the world's problems, I think.
No kidding. Yeah, I just walk into the kitchen. I'm like, why am I here?
Yes.
What was
okay.
Or like, I'm like, hey, I need to Google something. Opens Google. Yeah. What am I doing?
Way off topic. But I heard something over the Halloween season that not all vampires feed on blood. Some feed on memories. And how would you know if they took it? Because you don't remember. So you ever walk into a room and just forget why you were there?
Thank you for that.
Well, I've got a question.
Want to sleep? You need to sleep tonight. I wanted to sleep tonight, but
if I was terrified, everybody else gets to be terrified.
Suffer with me.
So my question is this: can a memory vampire eat their own memories, and is that what's happening to me? Because if so, it would make a lot of sense.
And what is the relationship of a memory vampire with an energy vampire?
I think they're pretty similar. They're kind of like second cousins, as far as
energy vampire.
Okay.
Energy vampire is the reason why you're so tired, but they hang out with the memory vampires so that you don't remember, either one being around.
Oh, teamwork.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Chat, I want to give you a couple of minutes if you have any other questions. I want to give Batcat the opportunity to say all of the marketing promo things that he wants to do right now.
Oh boy, no. I mean, we're Beyond Blue Game everywhere on social media. We have an official Discord, which you can join us. It's for all of our games, so it's discord.elinemedia.com. And if you're talking to us on social media, you're talking to me, so hello.
Hello.
Okay. Now, we talk about games, we talk shop, we talk all the photo modes and stuff like that. How many instruments do you play now?
Too many.
Because mostly
synthesizers and guitar and bass, but yeah.
Because you're in a band.
I am.
Are you in multiple bands? Could you be the band? Is the question.
Sounds like you could be the band.
I could. I do the production and the mixing and everything on for Fuzzle for my band. It's just 2 of us, and so yeah, that is my main project at the moment.
Fuzzle,
That's it.
Fuzzle.
Yep.
Guys, go follow Fuzzle. Go do the thing and tell them how awesome they are.
We're like a 80s rock revival, electronic rock from the future.
You are talking to the right audience right now.
That's amazing.
You are literally talking
I will
to
take
the
5 of those,
correct
please.
audience. I know that we're here for Beyond Blue, and I don't want to get you in trouble with anybody, but God, you have this is your audience.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Cannibal played flute, clarinet, and sax. Sally Eddy is a drummer. I mean, if you guys need any other type of instrument, I play the banjo-lele horribly, but I play it. If you need some samples.
I love it. I played alto sax as a kid too, so Cannibal, what up?
Yeah. All right, so chat's got nothing. Benny boy, you got anything? Anything else?
Can I get that band name again real quick?
Yes, Fuzzle. Fuzzle.
All right. Just want to grab that real quick. Let's see. What's your favorite animal in the game? And did you name it?
We talked about naming the dolphin Gary, but my favorite, I like the sunfish. I'm a sucker for that sunfish, man.
Oh.
Just my favorite is when you're in the sub and you look out and he's just like a solar eclipse across the whole window, just like it's like his big dumb face is just taking up the whole window. It's beautiful. I love it.
Where is
He's
it?
like,
Do I have
I
it?
am your whole world
Yeah.
right now.
Oh, there he
Nothing
is.
is more important than me.
There he is.
I imagine his voice is.
Hey, how's it going?
That's so good. Oh man.
And so does he have a name?
Also Gary.
Also Gary. Gary 2 or Gary Jr.? Just also
Gary-
a different Gary?
Gary 2.
Paul, you son
Gary
of a fish.
2.
The
Oh, that's a good
commercial
one.
called
Man,
Best Buy
I have
Playground.
to acknowledge the son of a fish. I thought I'd heard all the ocean puns. That's a brand new one
That's
to
a
me.
new
Thank
one.
you.
Oh,
Thank you.
Likewise.
Okay,
I
so
love
here's
it.
the thing. We have 2 Pauls that frequent here. Both of them are from the UK. I'm convinced every Paul in the UK is born knowing dad jokes.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they live near each other.
I think I know a Paul in the UK. Is everyone in the UK named Paul? Maybe?
Paul and Sally. And Will. That's the only names. Paul, Sally, and Will. Occasionally, here's the thing. Occasionally, you get 1 or 2 other names, because I'm pretty sure, like, that's the name, not name of royalty over there. But, yeah, Paul, Sally, and Will.
I think that is a true statement.
So, if they're not named Paul, Sally, or Will, they are 100% royalty. And if they all are called Paul, Sally, and Will, they're just related to the royalty somehow. So, all right, you guys. Just as a check-in, we are streaming 24 hours for Extra Life. We are at $687, you guys. $687 of the $1,600. It is more than 2. The goal, $1,600, which is what we've done the last 2 years. The last 2 years we've done this, but we skipped a year and we understand the economic status of the world right now. So we're like, can we just maintain? I think that's a good goal. Can we just maintain? And we do have some incentives. They are not on the site or anything. I want to keep them here because I'm selfish that way. So if you're wondering about those, I'm pulling those up, and yes, I posted them so I could find them later. because y'all know. If you're a regular here, you know. To go over this again, if you do $1 or more donation, you get a Banjo Lily thank you song. If you do $5 to $9.99 in dollars, U.S. dollars, United States of America dollars, you got a hand-colored coloring page. I do some art streams here, and I have some coloring pages that I have done, so I will send you one of those, and maybe something a little extra. Cannibal knows about the extra. And $10 or more, you get a prize wheel entry. All right. You get in the prize wheel, we're gonna have one of the actually we have 3 Press Start books by Jose Blasquez. He was our first guest today, and some of our favorite virtual photographers are in this book, including yours truly. We've got a couple of Godzilla graphic novels. Speaking of Under the Sea, we've got some Godzilla graphic novels.
Ooh.
We've got game codes. One of them being Deathloop. We've got what else did I have? I think that's it so far. I'm sure I've got stuff from last year that I forgot about. Or last time that I forgot about.
There's still people like, wait a minute, I didn't get my stuff.
I know, Zoltar, I left it there so that everyone would read it. I actually made several changes to it. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna see who's paying attention to the statement. So the prize wheel entry, $20 to $49.99. You get a small face tattoo put on my face. I have no small ones on my face, but I have some tattoos on my face. They're all temporary, no worries. $50 to $199.99. You get a medium face tattoo. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 face tattoos, mediums. And then $100 to $199. You get a large rainbow animal arm tattoo. Right now I have 1 of those. There's a limit of 3 of these. So 1 was done already. I still feel like you could pull off the tatted biker dude look.
Tatted biker film.
A real... Oh. I'm not reading that, Cannibal. Oh, yes! Oh, now I know what I forgot! I said Cannibal's name. Cannibal is donating stuffies. She makes amazing crocheted stuffies in so many different patterns. I have a manatee. I've got an Aloy. I've got a mini lem. I've got a lemon. I've got a whale. And so small, medium, and large will be in there. And then 200 plus. There's only 1 available of this one. If you give... Where'd you go? Oh, over here. Right here, you guys. 200 plus, you get one of my favorite Funko Pops, Storm Shadow from G.I. Joe. It's like I had the original toy of this version. I had the other one too, but this version I had was my favorite. So that's there. And we are up to 687. And if we hit our goal of 1,600, most of you guys know I live in Wisconsin, and you need as much facial hair in the winter as you can get. Everything below the nose, but also the sides, gets shaved. It took me 3 to 4 months to grow this, probably more even. So I barely grow facial hair. I'm gonna need it. So that's there. Papa Cannibal said that was his favorite too? Yeah, Papa Cannibal! All right, cool. Yarn goat. Oh, she's the goat, the yarn goat. Goat meaning greatest of all time. Yes, she is the cannibal goat. So yeah, there we go. Sir, thank you so much for popping on in, hanging out with us. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. So nice to chat and just talk about photos and
photos and not photos.
Everything. Good hang.
yeah, absolute good hang. Hey, if you need anything, you hit us up. You need photos. I'm sure that we've got folks in the community that would love to just say, hey, I really need a shot of this and my editors are super busy. Is there any way you can get it done? Trust, we got you.
Thank you. I'd love that. And it's like I said, it's just been such a nice thing to just see how much enthusiasm and excitement there is just around virtual photography in general. This has just been such a wild, exciting discovery for me personally. So
awesome.
Thank you guys.
All right, everybody. We're gonna let them go. We will be right back. We'll let some videos play for a little bit. We will be coming back at 2:45 for sure. Maybe a little earlier just to do some talking. Make sure we get some of the stuff right in the prize pools. But we'll be back with Extra Life themselves. Because if I don't get food, there are literally minimum of 4 people in the chat right now that will be super angry with me, and 2 that might not be in the chat right now but know what I'm doing that will show up at my door. They live in town. They will show up at my door and shut this whole thing down. So, all right, guys, we'll see you in a little bit.
Bye.